welcome back to The Late Show. Hey, Nadira. Hey, everybody. My first guest tonight is the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award winner you know as moderator of The View. She has just executive produced a new Lifetime movie called Caught in His Web. Please welcome back to The Late Show, our friend and yours, Ms. Whoopi Goldberg. Good to see you again. Good to see you again.
And you.
Now, you made some news this morning.
Yes.
On The View.
Yes, I did.
When y'all were talking about the Holocaust.
Yeah.
And would you care to follow up, clarify what you said this morning?
I don't know
because it confused some people.
It upset a lot of people.
Yes.
Which was never, ever, ever, ever my intention. I thought we were having a discussion because I feel, being black, when we talk about race, it's a very different thing to me. So I said that I felt that the Holocaust wasn't about race. And people got very, very, very angry, and still are angry. I mean, I'm getting, you know, all of the mail from folks, and the very real anger, because people feel very differently. But I thought it was a salient discussion because as a black person, I think of race as being something that I can see. So I see you and I know what race you are. And the discussion was about how I felt about that. I felt that it was really more about man's inhumanity to man and how horrible people can be to people. And we're seeing it manifest itself these days. But people were very angry and they said, no, we are a race, and I understand. I understand. I felt differently. I respect everything everyone is saying to me, and I don't want to fake apologize. You know, I'm very upset about that people are misunderstood what I was saying, and so because of it, they're saying that I'm anti-Semitic and that I'm denying the Holocaust and all these other things, which, you know, would never occur to me to do. I thought we were having a discussion about race, which everyone I think is having.
As the white guy in the conversation here, I am neither Jewish nor am I black, and so I have a different perspective of all of this.
Yes.
It seems to me that whiteness is a construct created by colonial powers during the beginning of colonial imperialist era in order to exploit other people, and that they could apply it to all different kinds of people, that idea of race. And the American experience tends to be based on skin.
Yes, and so that is what race means to me. When you talk about being a racist, I was saying you can't call this racism. This was evil. This wasn't based on the skin. You couldn't tell who was Jewish. They had to delve deeply to figure it out.
Well, I think one of the reasons why that people might say, and again, I'm not Jewish and I'm black, but as someone who understands, what I've read of how the Nazis operated, when they found out that you were of the Jewish race, that's why they'd make you wear a star, so they could see you and
so they could identify you. But my point is, they had to do the work. If the Klan is coming down the street and I'm standing with a Jewish friend and neither one, well, I'm gonna run. But if my friend decides not to run, they'll get passed by most times because you can't tell who's Jewish. You don't know. It's not something that people say, oh, that person is Jewish or this person is Jewish. And so that's what I was trying to explain. And I understand that not everybody sees it that way and that I did a lot of harm, I guess, to myself. And people, decided I was all these other things. I'm actually not. And I'm incredibly torn up by being told these things about myself. And, you know, I get it. Folks are angry. I accept that, and I did it to myself. This was my my thought process, and I will work hard not to think that way again.
Have you come to understand that the Nazis saw it as race?
Well,
Because they might, like, asking the Nazis, they would say, yes, it's a racial issue.
well, see, this is what's interesting to me, because the Nazis lied. It wasn't. They had issues with ethnicity, not with race, because most of the Nazis were white people, and most of the people they were attacking were white people. So to me, I'm thinking, how can you say it's about race if you are fighting each other? So it all really began because I said, how will we explain to children what happened in Nazi Germany? I said, this wasn't racial. This was about white on white. And everybody said, no, 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 it was racial. And so that's what this all came from. So once again, don't write me anymore. I know how you feel. Okay, I already know, I get it. And I'm going to take your word for it and never bring it up again.
We have to take a quick break, but stick around. We'll be right back with more Whoopi Goldberg, everybody.